Hey everybody, welcome back to Russian Fishing 4. Appreciate you hanging out with me today. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be back at the Norwegian Sea, um, seeing what we can do. Basically, what it boils down to is I spent all my silver, so I'm going to grind out at the sea, try to get the marine skill point, but also try to get some silver back in the bank here. So we're starting off at the 55 meter today. We're just using couple squids, large fillet, and a gummy eel here just to see how it goes. Guys, appreciate you hanging out with me today as always. Again, started off here with 1,000 silver. I went ahead and bought the reel that we're using now. It's only 19 kg, but it's the right reel for this type of stuff. It was only about 11K. So now we need to grind out and save up, 50, 60K to get the large one here if we can. I did spend quite a bit of money on another Venga and a couple Kingfisher rods, picker rods. So now it's, try to get some of that money back. All right, got something small here. hake there. Still 9,000 XP. Not a bad fish. All right, something on the way down here. Mackerel. Caught him on the natural squid, and caught him on the actual lurker. If I go 3 squids on this setup, I'm pushing the the weight limit, it seems like, so. Safe. Guys, so what you can do, depending on what you're trying to catch, for me, there's so many species here. There's 9 a page. $54 species, if I'm counting that correctly. So here's the trophies that we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with the blue tag. There's not 56 trophy cards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 34. So if you look here, it'll show you. We'll look at spiny dogfish here. If I can click on the correct thing. So it's a natural squid 2301, 2302. I think that's the. So we have that one. So we can put that on as one of our squids and try to get that knocked out off of our list here. That's one of our, our goals is to get those trophy lists knocked off. Also, while we're making some silver. Right now, the silver is not fast and furious, which is unfortunate, but. All right, we'll switch one of those squids over. We may want to go ahead and switch spots too. non-marker wolffish there. So we can let's upgrade this. I've been using double red here. We could actually make this a I don't know if that's going to put us over. Yeah, that puts us over. All right, so let's do double red. Instead of the yellow, let's go to the natural. We caught this on the lurker itself. So nothing, I don't care about, that's the best fish. So as long as now it says we're a little over again on our weight. So let's go back down to the 200 here. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop down to the 80. Doesn't seem like we're getting a super big bite rate. Guys, don't forget to check out the channel. I do appreciate all your love. Leave a comment if you got some ideas on what to use where at the Norwegian Sea. I am going to be here for a few to try to grind out. Again, I need to work on some silver. At the moment here. You can use the mouse wheel to scroll in for a zoom here. You can also look at the fish finder. I don't really find it super accurate. I mean, it is. There's a way to use that to your advantage. I'm just going to go inside this loop here, maybe a little bit this way. There's a lot of activity there. A lot of fish at there's some smaller fish at 2 to 18. Then there's a group there around 50. And then there's some stuff right off the bottom there. So we could stop this at 50. If we don't get a bite on the way down, we could just stop it at 50. Try to get some action there. Alright, so we can stop this at 50. And then we can try perking this a little bit here. See if we can hit some of those fish hanging out at the 50 meters. Alright, didn't hit anything right away. I'm going to go ahead and let it drop on down. So you want to see that movement in the bottom layer or perking if you're wanting to do perking. If you're wanting to watch this while you're playing or whatever, you can also just, again, as long as you're getting that movement in the bottom layer, you're probably good. I seem to get faster bite rate if I am perking. It seems like a lot of times I'll get a bite right after I move it a couple times. That seems to be the case. But there we go. Whatever it is swimming right at us. Having trouble keeping up there. I was having trouble keeping the line tight. So got a little bit of resistance to it here. Again, the reel itself is only 19 kg. There we go. It's starting to come a little bit. You can see the difference in reel speed when it's fighting you. So when it starts fighting you and the reel speed slows down. Right now I'm holding shift. So when he starts pulling back a little bit, it'll, the tension will go up. The pole will bend a little more. The reel speed will slow down. Right now I let off a shift. I'm still bringing him in, but I'm not holding shift because he's pulling back. So I'm just trying to, there we go. Now he's kind of let up a little bit. Now I'm holding shift again. Trying to make up some speed real quick. Sometimes when they do that, it's a cusk. They'll fight several times on the way up. We'll see. In this case, it's a wolffish, a pretty decent one. 16,000 XP. So we moved, and we've already improved our money situation and our fishing. just by getting that one fish. Obviously, we want to catch a lot more than that, but all right, got something right here at the bottom again, right near the bottom. I'm going to hold shift to try to get some tension on them. Seems pretty small. With this rod, I have caught, with this reel, even though it's 19 kg, I've already caught 30 kg cod on it. So we're really good up to about 30 kg on most fish, which most of the time you're going to be good on that. There are a lot bigger fish, but that'll cover a lot of what. Nice pollock there. Obviously would be a little bigger, but these are good money. They're good silver, good XP. So again, to me, like an upgrade over the fish we were catching, which is good. These pilker setups are kind of slow falling, which is not bad if you're trying to get fish on the way down. It gives you a chance to catch stuff on the way down. Like right this time. Now, so we marked a lot of fish earlier right at about 50, and we hit this at 55. So this is going to be one of those fish, like maybe a saithe or something, that's right around 50K, maybe a pollock or whatever, but this is one of the fish we were marking off the bottom. So the fish are hanging out in different layers there. It's not very big, but big doesn't mean it's not valuable, right? There are species. So he's under the boat here. It's another pollock. Again, it's 12,000 XP, which means it's going to be a little bit of silver. And we caught him right at about the 50 kg mark there. So. All right, another fish here right at about 40. It seems a little smaller, but I like the bite rate. Again, it just depends on what this is. Might be a non-marker, then obviously it's pretty useless. So it's a whiting. Again, almost 4,000 XP. If you're going to catch a small one, that's probably not a bad species to do it. We're getting right about that 50 kg, 50 meter depth where we've been getting some bites. We'll see here. For about 40 to 60 there, right in that range. Didn't look like we got anything that time, which is fine. We'll go on down to the bottom here. So once you're at the bottom there, you're going to want to click your reel. There we go. Right after the little bit of movement. Trying to get some tension on him though. So he doesn't get off. Not very big. It's kind of hard to put some tension on him. You got a certain amount of time there before. I mean, you will have more FGAs or fish gotaways at the sea than most places. But they will get off there. You got a certain amount of time to get some tension on them. Once you see that fish symbol to your bottom left there next to the bar, your tension bar. Another little hake, again, not bad. Sometimes you'll get cafe orders for those over 1.5. We can also take a look here. Once we get down to the bottom, we'll take a quick peek, or once we get past this 60 meter range here, just to see if we might hit something float on the drop here. So one of the things we can do is if we're catching, like let's say out of all these fish, this is the one we like. We caught this on the lurker itself. Let's say we wanted to, again, we're catching a lot of the fish that I want to catch on the lurker, not necessarily the squids. If you're catching something on the squid a certain color or whatever, or if you're not catching them in this case, we can change those up. We can switch those out and try to find something that's, getting us more action than what we're getting on those. There's no need to be throwing that weight around if it's not doing anything for us. You know. We're at about 5 p.m. in game here. Should be a good peak time here. Evening. I do feel like the sea map is one of the better places for night fishing as well. I feel like there's a lot of active species at night, which is good. The bite rate can slow down because you're not getting as many bites on the drop per se, but all right, there we go. Doesn't seem to be very big. This thing's got a big crank on it, so stuff comes in pretty good. All right, 21K XP, nice whiting. You can buy those fillets in the store if or catch them yourself, depending on where you live. up to that hot zone here at 50. Nothing the last couple times. Okay. Give it a little couple perkings here. See if we can get something to bite right away. Again, you can kind of tell if a fish is going to be worth more silver if it's got good XP. Usually that's how it works. Obviously, if a cafe order may be a little different. Alright, got one here. It bounced the bar a little bit more. It might be a little bigger than 1 kg. Got a little bend on the rod there. Resistance is futile. You will join the collective in my boat. I am holding shift, so if it gets off, I know why. I'm just trying to bring it in as quickly as possible here. Alright, another wolffish. About the same size as the other one. I'd like them over 10, but guys, also if you forget, there is a RF4 stat page, RF4 trophy stats. Click on that. It's called RF4 stat. Da 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 da. Click on trophy weight. I'm having trouble pulling it up right at the moment here. Let's stop this one right now at 50 here. There we go. Alright, so I pulled up, so we're getting the Atlantic wolffish here. Let's go back into map so I can scroll here. So the Atlantic wolffish 14.5 is a trophy. 19 is a blue tag or a super rare. So again, that size fish is within our range on this setup. Even the 19. So I'm going to go ahead and let it drop down. I just figured we'd pause it there to see if we could hit a nice pollock or something. Again, next fish I need to remember, I need to probably change out my squiddos because I'm not doing any good on them. We're not really producing on them. We caught, so if we look, this one was on the lurker, 5 kg, right? This one's on the natural squid, so that's good. We're getting something out of the natural squid. All right, let's give it a couple pumps right away, see if we can get something. 9 p.m., still right at the cusp. Usually about 2200, I think, starts the darkness. I think it does depend on the map. It's all a little different at the maps. There we go, got something else. Still got 107 fillets. We're doing okay on fillets. All right, another wolffish, a little smaller, but still a marker. So guys, I always buy the 5-hour boat rental. It's 400 silver. So that's about 80 silver per hour. So as long as you're making more than that, you're making money on your boat rental, you're going to be profitable. Um, Obviously, that would be your low. You want to make more than that, obviously, but that would be your low end, goal. This doesn't seem very big here. Still seems like we're still in daytime, as well as if you can look, it's still a little bit of sunset. Little mackerel. Probably end up turning him into bait, possibly. Guys, leave a comment on what I'm trying to get to that 100% skill so I can get the big bottom rods, right? But let me know what rod and reel setup I should use. Leave a comment. Let me know what my goal should be, and I'll try to work towards it. It'll give me something to work towards versus not really having the number in mind. I know you cannot have enough silver in this game. Unfortunately, it's a never-ending grind. They've got it set up that way. That's the way they want it. So all you can do is play the game, catch fish, and enjoy it, but keep progressing your cash. Okay, we got something right away again, which is good. Does not seem to be very big. Again, depending on what it is, that's okay. As long as I don't want to jinx it, but we have not been catching a lot of non-markers. All right, 10,000 XP. Once we hit an hour here, we'll call the sub in and sell our fish to see how we did. The only thing about the submarine is you're not going to get cafe orders. But I'm going to go ahead and stay out and fish some more. So. Alright, so we are a little after midnight now, so I still see a little bit of orange there on the horizon. But we should be in the night fishing here. We'll see. Again, it depends on the map, I think. As you can see, right at the end of that perking there, having trouble getting some tension there. Finally we did. Alright, I think that's head shaking is what that's supposed to be. If not, we've glitched the system. I'm not holding shift at the moment. There we go. I was just reeling. There we go. Starting to get a little bit of pullback now. Looks like it's doing the head shaking again here. Alright, now it's coming in. Head shaking. I'm not shift reeling right now, I'm just reeling. This one seems to be a little bigger, so I'm trying to keep it on. Now it's coming in again. Now it's pulling again. See the tension bar got bigger. Now if I'm positive it's not going to break anything, which I don't think this is like 70 or 80 kg or anything. So I can hit infinite here and still go ahead and try to bring it in slowly. And just keep an eye on my bar there. Okay, now we got him coming this way. Guys, don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way when I release a video, which is usually daily, I've been trying to do 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. 5 a.m., 7 a.m. My time. USA Eastern. Okay. That way you kind of know when the video is coming out. But I got something coming out every day. It's not always RF4. It can be Fishing Planet. It could be, right now I'm playing Gold Mining Simulator. And I'm playing Crash Landed and Stranded Alien Dawn. So, alright. So something a little different here. That's a pretty good fight for that size fish, I'm not going to lie. But it should be decent money. I think, again, I think this is pretty small for that type of fish. But it's 17 XP, 17K XP. So that, yeah, that's a small one. That has to be 60 kg for a trophy. So that's a small one. That's a small one. Now if I go into my stats, right, click on my fish, I don't know if that's the one I just caught. So that might have been my first one. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. always nice when you catch something new, right? For a minute there, I thought I had a very big lumpfish because they're kind of black as well. They're dark colored like that. But that thing fought pretty hard for 6 kg. I couldn't imagine getting 160. It'd probably wreck my setup, that wreck fish. Just so, too, we're all on the same page, I'm not trying to IRL 8 hours of fish. I'm cutting my line first. So, not happening. Looks like we got something else kind of decent right off the rip here, which is not a bad thing. So, nighttime in the 80 meter. So far, so good. Even though it's getting daylight already, I'm not sure what that night cycle's kind of threw me off here, but just because I don't know if it's considered night. The moon is still on the 311, but it shows you the moon, so I'm assuming it's still night cycle. Now it's showing day cycle. I'm shift reeling at this point. Trying to bring them on in here. Alright, so a spotted wolffish, 30,000 XP. So I'm assuming that's a little more rare. So the spotted wolffish, if we look at our stat page, that's only got to be 17 kg. So we're still ways off. But again, we're getting some nice fish here at the 80 meter. Should be some decent silver. Oh, well, we are at an hour and 3 minutes here, so let's go ahead and call the submarine. And we'll go ahead and throw out here. We may just stop this at 50 or so and see if we can get a... Alright, so we're going to go by price. So that wreckfish was 76 and that spotted wolffish we just caught was 61. And then as you can see, we got some decent money here fish-wise per fish. So we're at 442 for that hour. That covers our entire 5-hour boat rental in 1 hour, so that's fantastic. If we can do that pace, that's 2,200 on a 5-hour ticket, which costs 400, so that's good. It's not the best hour I've had. I've had almost 1,000 silver in an hour, but again, I'll take it. So let's sell those off. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me today as always. Don't forget to make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate y'all. Until next time, have fun fishing. I'm out of here.